Well, I'm glad you like them. Happy Halloween, everybody. 'Tis a time of spooks, monsters, and creepypastas all around. 'Tis a time for a special Halloween treat. It's still September. What do you mean we're still in September? What's in the calendar again? I don't know what to tell you. What the f***? Okay, despite being September, I'm still gonna talk about something really spooky. All because of some ghost that invaded my house. It's way more disturbing than it sounds. So I had to make this video in response. Toad's Dark Secret. Is it gonna be fun? I hate to spoil it right now, but it's stupid.
Wait, don't review it, Luis.
Oh, hey Alex. Long time no see.
It's been a while since I've seen you.
Yeah, it's been a while too. I'm kind of reacting to a video, so you wanna join me?
No thanks, but good luck with it.
All right, thanks. And you wanna maybe make a video some other day?
Probably.
All right, see ya. I mean, I had worse encounters. This is better than the time I met Shay Frillis.
Minion is laughing at a really old meme. He even references Chocolate Rain. How do you do, fella?
Yeah, pardon me, sir. I live next door. It is 3:30 in the morning, and I'm very tired.
Shoot them with a dehydration gun!
What the hell is your problem?
Just want to make Pikmin videos instead of this.
So anyway, where were we?
Yeah, thank you, Mario. Your princess is in another... Wait, what? Is he flipping me off? Oh my god. Hello, Internet! Welcome to Gametheory, where we do theories on all kinds of games, but the ones on Nintendo get you guys the most excited, which is why there's so many of them.
Yeah, and they're trash.
Does that intro qualify as shots having been fired? Maybe? Anyway, what's the deal with the Mushroom Kingdom? I get that Princess Peach rules over it, but seriously, where are all the other human beings?
Did you really forget the other people like Professor Egad, Wario, Waluigi, or, everyone else that I'm not listing?
And for that matter, why does the Mushroom Kingdom have a human ruler? And then what about royal succession? Princess Peach still isn't a queen, she's a princess. Mario doesn't even seem close to becoming a prince, and as weirdly suggestive as her sweet little notes can be construed, it really doesn't seem like either of them are putting much work into making a little Mushroom Kingdom heir.
Does it really matter if she's still a princess, even though she's ruling over them? That's the reason they don't have a Kingdom Heir is because it's a kids game at Pat. Kids play this shit.
And for that matter, what's Bowser's deal? Why is he, demonic lord of the Koopas, so intent on kidnapping this lousy princess instead of getting it together and cranking out a straight military victory?
I mean, he does have some standards. It's just that he doesn't plan on killing her. Bitch. Besides, Bowser's intention is just to rule the kingdom. And if he marries Peach, then he wants to rule the kingdom together. So far, this is shit.
The point is, something awful fishy is definitely going on here, but this time I submit to you that we're not looking for a flat-out villain.
Oh, we're not? Then who are we looking for?
No, that would be too obvious. This time, our person of interest is someone secretly nefarious, someone coasting along while the heavies take all our attention, slide on those vests, and pull up your diapers.
They're not wearing diapers. Those are shorts, you. What the f?
Because I'm talking about Toad. What is Toad?
Really? You're putting all this in Toad? Oh man. This is the stupidest thing you ever did. And that's saying a lot ever since, my previous videos.
Or more accurately, what are toads? Why do they all look the same and yet Peach, their ruler, looks nothing like them?
Does it matter who she rules over? Because what matters is that she's the ruler of the toads in the Mushroom Kingdom.
Well, would you believe me if I said that they're a parasitic life form that took over the bodies of the Mushroom Kingdom's original citizens?
What do you mean they're body snatchers? What the f?
No, I don't blame you. Those gravelly-voiced bubbleheads don't look too threatening after all, and it seems like a pretty extreme claim. But give me the next 10 minutes of your life, and I may just change that attitude.
Can someone take me back, please? I'm getting scared.
Let's look at the facts. Mushrooms play a very prominent role in the Mario franchise, and Toad's design is just another reflection of that. I mean, seriously, he has a mushroom growing out of his head.
Yeah, but the difference is the mushrooms are used as power-ups, while the toads are just beings that live inside the Mushroom Kingdom. Need I say more?
And before you call me out on it just being a hat, yes, he removed it in the TV series, but that's a non-canon source. In the games, it has always been firmly planted on his head, no matter how fast he's running, being shot out of a pipe, or whatever.
Well, would you look at that? That point wasn't actually stupid. Yes, that's true. How does this connect to him being a parasitic fungus? Because that makes no sense.
Why is that important? Well, there's a real-world fungus that grows out of your head and can control your mind and body. Pretty terrifying, right? Well, I believe that whatever the fungi known as Toad actually is, it behaves a heck of a lot like a mutated strain from the genus Cordyceps.
Okay, so before we go on, I'm just gonna tell you right now, things might get a little gory, and I had to censor some of it. So don't watch if you get scared easily. This has been a Superstar PSA.
If you've played The Last of Us, you can get an idea of what I'm talking about, but for those of you who prefer cold hard facts to half-reference 2-year-old video games, Cordyceps in nature is famous for infecting things like ants. The fungus exerts control over the mind of the host, forcing it to an environment with the proper temperature and humidity for its growth, as well as the optimal wind conditions for the spread of its spores. For ants, this often means climbing up and attaching themselves to the side of a plant, but for the toads, this would mean any number of dark, moist, out-of-the-way places, which, surprise, is very often exactly where you find them, huddled together in groups, or all by themselves, just sort of standing there, waiting.
Well, yeah, if they're being captured in the castles in the old games. But regularly in the modern games, they're seen everywhere. They're seen in the castles, they're seen in buildings, hell, they're even seen in space. Besides, even if they were just walking around, guess what? They're NPCs.
Then it starts to send out little threads called mycelia. As its mycelium threads slowly replace the body of the host dies, and the spore-bearing fruit body emerges, often near the head.
Yes, the mind-controlling fungus does control and kill its host. But here's the thing. That only affects insects in real life, meaning that toads are not parasitic funguses. If they were, they would have had some special threading or needles. But no. There's little mushroom people that, if you like it or not, live in the Mushroom Kingdom.
Sound like some NPCs you may know and love? So how do you like them apples? I mean, them fungi.
Oh, shut the up, you pretentious prick.
So I know what you're thinking. Man, nature is scary. And yes it is. It's like a Fox show from the early 90s, when fungi attack. You're also probably thinking that if the people themselves weren't mushroom-like until they were body snatched, then why is it called the Mushroom Kingdom in the first place?
Because the toads live there, you dumbass.
Well, there's an easy answer to that as we turn to the original manual for Super Mario Bros.
Really? This again? I shouldn't have to repeat myself. Again. But apparently I have to. This is gonna be a living hell.
The manual introduced the Goombas, or should I say the little Goombas, as mushrooms who betrayed the Mushroom Kingdom, implying that the Mushroom Kingdom is actually their homeland, and that it's the Goombas who are the land's namesake in the first place.
No, that doesn't mean that at all. Do you even know how to speak? Cause this is what it actually means. Pause and read it if you want.
And before you start yelling at me about Goombas actually being chestnuts because their Japanese name is Karibo...
What the f*** said they're chestnuts? God damn, your turned into Siamese f***ing monkey.
Takashi Tezuka, assistant director and game designer for Mario 1, in an interview with Satoru Iwata, confirmed that no matter what you think, Goombas are, in fact, based off shiitake mushrooms.
Yes, that's a known fact. Because the shape of the body is similar to that.
Assistant director and game designer. That's a primary source, my friends. So if this is their kingdom and they're getting displaced from it, it would be natural they would want to defect to Bowser if it meant getting their homeland back.
No. The Goombas are Bowser's minions. Part of many species like Koopas, Bomb-Bombs, Shy Guys, and many others. God, this is terrible.
It might also explain why one of Bowser's core troops are so weak. They're not really fighters at all. They're just refugees of war, victimized by the Toads, and they're doing anything in their power to get back home.
The Mushroom Kingdom is not their home. If anything, they're supporting Bowser's deal because he wound us planning everything. How do you not get this? God, this is so retarded.
Skeptical? Yeah, I don't blame you. I mean, mind-controlling mushrooms? Yeah, okay, sure. But I wouldn't present you with this theory if there wasn't more.
I haven't seen a video this dumb since last time. And it's getting worse. He won't hurt you anymore. He won't hurt you anymore. You'll be okay. It's okay. You're okay. That monster can't hurt you anymore.
Remember that mycelium I mentioned earlier? Those thin fungal threads that slowly replace the host's flesh? Well, they serve another important purpose in real life too, crisscrossing through the soil, connecting plants and fungus to a vast natural underground fungal internet. Seriously, mushrooms are scary, my theorists. Around 90% of land plants are in some sort of beneficial relationship with fungi, and it's through this subterranean mycelial network that these organisms can do anything from helping out their neighbors by sharing nutrients and advantageous information to sending toxic chemicals to sabotage an unwelcome invading force. Let me re-emphasize that. This is a fungal thread network connecting 90% of the world's plant life. It's like the Ethernet for plants. It's extremely beneficial for pre-existing flora to be plugged into this network. It even boosts their immune system. So it's no stretch to imagine that in the Mushroom Kingdom, where the fungi have achieved sentience, that the natural internet would do much more, making the landscape seem almost alive. Which sounds totally crazy at first, until you realize that all those weirdly shaped Mushroom Kingdom hills really do have eyes. Which, when you think about it, is much scarier than the movie by the same name.
Yes, there are many hills and things that have eyes. You're correct on that. But how does that connect to the toads being viruses? That's very simple. Because they're mushroom people that live in the Mushroom Kingdom. End of story.
And if you're thinking I'm going to be relying on a retro game and an old poorly translated manual for all my evidence here, think again. We recently had a game focused entirely on Toad, and it revealed a lot. In a recent GameSpot interview with producer of Captain Toad Koichi Hayashida, he explained that toads don't have genders in the way that we think of them. He also went out of his way to confirm that Captain Toad and Toadette aren't romantically involved in any way.
Okay, first off, you're a creep. Nobody wants to hear that shit. Get it out of my face before I get demonetized. Thank you. And second off, doesn't matter? Because in this game, they're just friends that work together to get the treasure. And plus, mushrooms are plants.
And if that's not enough, in the same interview, Hayashida confirmed that toads aren't mushrooms at all, stating, quote, "This particular riddle might stay unsolved. That's one of the great mysteries of the Mario universe," end quote. Oh yeah? Never thought anyone would put together that toads were brainwashed husks, controlled by mushrooms operating a vast fungi intelligence network? Huh, well, think again.
What the f***? Where the f*** did he get that from an interview? The interview said that they weren't mushrooms, meaning that they're not planted to the ground. And if anything, you're retarded as shit. How are you this retarded? I don't know. How do people fall for this shit? It's like fucking flies getting trapped. No way. Actually, more like a kidnapper tricking a bunch of kids into a zen by giving them candy. You poor fucking saps.
Turning mushrooms into bricks. Where have we heard that one before? Oh yeah, that's exactly what Bowser did to the people of the Mushroom Kingdom way back in Super Mario Bros. For the NES.
Oh, come on, Matt Pat. You see the brick blocks that apparently have coins in them? Yeah, I argue that those blocks giving you coins have the toads inside them in the first game.
Now if we crack open the old manual again, we can see that yes, it explains Bowser's first plan was to, quote, transform all the mushroom people into things like rocks, bricks, and horsetail plants, thus causing the Mushroom Kingdom's downfall, end quote. Still not convinced?
No, cause your theory is shit.
Well, good for you. You should always question things people tell you. But take a look at this. The rocks and bricks make pretty good sense right away. We already know what the deal is there. But what about this weird horsetail plant thing? What are those? Pretty weird thing for the manual to specifically mention, right? You might even think it was some kind of translation error, but nope, it appears in both the Japanese and English versions. And then you start doing research, and you begin realizing that horsetail plants are a real thing. In fact, horsetail plants are often used in farming precisely because the plant's high silica content effectively stops fungal growth. A plant that stops mushrooms from growing.
They're literally the things that Mario climbs on. Fuck, I'm getting a migraine answering this shit, and it hurts.
From that one bizarrely specific detail in the manual, we instantly can understand that Bowser is trying to stop the spread of some fungus. A toad fungus.
Do we have to read the manual again? The kingdom of the peaceful mushroom people was invaded by the Koopa, a tribe of turtles famous for their black magic. The quiet, peaceful mushroom people, aka toads, were turned into mere stones, bricks, and even horsehair plants. You know, these things. And the mushroom kingdom fell into ruin. The only one who can do the magic on the mushroom people and return them to their normal selves is the Princess Toadstool, the daughter of the Mushroom King. Unfortunately, she is presently in the hands of the great Koopa Turtle King. Mario, the hero of the story, maybe, hears about the mushroom people's plight and sets on the great quest to free the mushroom princess from the evil Koopa and restore the fallen kingdom of the mushroom people. He's not fighting a virus. He's trying to take over the mushroom kingdom. How do you not get this? This is so fucking retarded. Oh, you are so fucking funny.
Imagine you're Bowser. You rule your own kingdom. You are King Koopa. Everyone living beneath you is pretty happy doing whatever they're doing, when all of a sudden there's a tiny little knock on your castle door. Help, help! The thousands of tiny little Goombas say, our kingdom is being overrun by a parasitic fungus.
Oh, you're doing voices, are we? Okay. Hi, I'm a pretentious little bag that makes theories out of his ass all the time. Mario's finding a turtle dragon? Oh no, someone called PETA. What's this? Mario's touching the bricks? Oh no, he's robbing banks. Oh, I could play this too if you want.
Now, normally you wouldn't carry out an act of war against a neighboring kingdom, but partly because you don't want it spreading to your own kingdom, and partly because you don't want to deal with thousands of useless little shiitake drones at the gate, you do everything you can to eradicate this fungus menace. From repurposing the invaders into environmentally friendly masonry, to planting horsetail plants as a countermeasure to keep them from coming back, and even securing the royalty next door in your castle until the plague passes, so she doesn't get infected. It's actually a pretty upstanding and logical thing for Bowser to do.
The f***? There is no plague. Bowser, evil, kidnaps princess because he's a simp. Mario is a hero because he fights the simp and demon. The f***?
But then greedy old Mario shows up, hungry for his cake, or his kiss, or whatever. He touches your axe that makes the bridge fall. Why do you keep that thing around, Bowser? And boom! You fall into the lava, and suddenly you're the bad guy for all times. Mario, the guy who in the manual is described as, quote, the hero of the story. Maybe. What an odd thing to say.
Okay, so I just found out that the maybe part in the first game has a lot more nuance than you think. Because remember, in the first game, Mario and Luigi don't have their reputation yet. And for all we know, that they might fail this quest. That is, until you beat the game and you're announced as a hero. This is so simple. How do you finally f*** up a simple premise? I was this close to losing my shit.
Sure, we may make a big deal about Bowser being a bad dude and everything, but history is written by the winners, Internet. And if you're a good player, that winner is you. And Mario. And Peach. Which brings up one last question. Where does Peach fit into all this? Why isn't she infected? Well, you already know the answer. I showed it to you a few minutes ago. Toad, the mushrooms, serve the princess. The American manual changes it to say, quote, serves in the court of the princess, end quote, but a direct translation of the Japanese just says that the toads serve her. And we see in Smash Brothers that she's very adept at using toads to get what she wants. Ever wonder how an airhead who can't tell whether or not she's won a kart race can maintain control of a kingdom?
What do you mean she's an airhead? Oh, did I win? It's just a snacky remark because she was being sarcastic. Bitch. Also, in case you forgot, Peach was born here. It's clear in other games that she was actually born here. You know what's really stupider than this? The movie retconned her origins. What the fuck? Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Matt Pat wrote the Mario movie for Illumination. Just saying.
Cordyceps. One word, cordyceps. Peach is the one who brought the toads to the Mushroom Kingdom in the first place. That's why they all worship her, and that's why in the US for 8 years she went by another name, one that tipped us all off to her grand scheme from the very beginning. Peach's other name, Princess Toadstool.
Oh, did I win?
So, like I said at the beginning of the episode, something is certainly rotten in the state of the Mushroom Kingdom. But hey, that's just a theory. A game theory. Thanks for watching. Hey.
No, you ruin everything you touch. And thanks to you, everything is f***ed. Oh, because no one asked for it. And now, if you excuse me, I'm gonna call an exorcist. Hello? Yeah, there's a ghost in my house. Yeah, he's really narcissistic. Yes, this is my pet. Well, when we get here? 3 minutes. Okay.
6 hours later.
Anyone call for a spirit? Oh, dear Jesus, you're here. What is it? It goes in the house and has been haunting us for 3 days. A spirit. Ghost. I can deal with it. You must be quiet. All the spirits rely on you. Understand? Yes, sir. Where are you, spirit? Where are you, spirit? Oh, there it is! Oh, don't worry. I had the next best thing. Alakati, mamlakahaya. Laskavi, lavahaya. Saklavahaya, lavahaya. Saklavahaya, lavahaya, ma. You shall not haunt this house anymore, Matt Pat. Your evil influence has tempted Satan himself. You shall not come here anymore. Evil demon. Whew. All in a day's work. All in a night's work. I see the Met Pet Spirit's not here anymore. Why, I sent it to where the most evil people are. I sent him to hell. So you got sent here to hell, did you? Oh, and Superstar, I think you might have earned this for conquering the evil once and for all. Why am I back to normal so soon? What's this? Family Guy. It's Family Guy Volume 3 on DVD. Well, now I take care of that. I got some other stuff to do. And happy early Halloween. Remember, everyone, trust the fungus.